Hi guys, my name's Jack Nagel and I've been in recovery for over 10 years now and completely transformed my life out of addictive patterns. And with Real Drug Talk and our treatment company called Connection-Based Living, I've helped hundreds of other people completely change their life as well. Like Haley, who's over 6 years in recovery. You can check her story out on our YouTube channel. And James, who's over 2 years in recovery now, you can also check his story out on our YouTube channel. Because of the mad times that we live in, we have put together a book. It's called The 11 Definitive Steps to Transform Your Life Out of Addictive Patterns Without Having to Go to Rehab. You can find it by scrolling down in the description that I'm pointing at here. If you just scroll down and click that link, it'll take you to the special offer on the book. It's super cheap. And also you get some free bonuses along with it as well. So if you're looking to transform out of addictive patterns and get some change and, you know, have things to be different and joyful and have some freedom in your life, I'd highly recommend taking a look at this book. It could be the most important thing you read in 2021 and 2022 moving forward. Into the video, guys. Peace. I've been saying it a bit, but it's sort of how I've been thinking about, you know, alcohol and drugs for people as they move on just in life. And it's hard to kind of get your head around, but yeah, if you've had an argument with your significant other, your partner, or if you're stressed the fuck out at work, or if, you're struggling with some mental health stuff, or you're under a lot of pressure with like a exam, or I don't know, maybe it's not advisable to like have a couple of wines that night, because it's actually that stuff underneath that is sort of like the fuel to the fire.
It is, but the problem is if you've never learned healthy coping mechanisms, which I hadn't, because I've been drinking from teenage years and drugs, and just recreational drugs. And if you've never actually learned ways to do that, that just feels like another thing that you've got to do. Like I'm already stressed out, I'm studying, I'm working full time, I've got kids, I've got health, blah, 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 blah. I can't take the time to go and do yoga or do meditation or whatever it is. It just feels like another thing to add to your pile.
Yeah.
And so, you just want the quick fix.
Yeah, 100%. So just changing gears slightly,
Sure.
What's it like being the intoxicated person and sort of having that as a part of your identity now? As you said, like out in the social community, you did the 7:30 report. What was that like? Yeah, like how's the whole process been?
Yeah, that was a couple of years ago. Look, I mean, I'm not going to lie, it's been quite stressful.
Yeah.
Because we became a charity earlier this year.
Oh, congratulations.
And, thank you. So we're a health promotion charity. So I've left my job to make this work.
Yeah.
And that's quite a hard bit.
100%.
Yeah. So, but for the most part, I love it, because I think we need to. I love. So in the Facebook group, I'm quite involved in that community.
Yeah.
And I just I've always liked helping people, which is why I was doing the psych degree anyway, to support people in their troubles. And I just believe in people. I believe in self-actualization. I believe in holding space for people in a non-judgmental way. I think we need to, people they've already judged themselves so much by the time they get to that point where they're actually help seeking, that I think just letting them know that it's okay.
Yeah.
And I love all that. I love the opportunity to help shift the narrative.
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed it. I mean, I never thought it was going to end up like this, like it has.
Yeah.
But it feels like it's what I'm supposed to be doing.
Just a quick interruption to let you guys know that we've created a complete new book called The 11 Definitive Steps to get recovery without going to rehab. And for a short time only, we've got a super special deal on it where you can get the book for a heavily discounted price, plus some free bonuses, the book audio recorded and a free self-care planner that I've used to help me start my day and finish my day in a really nice and freeing fashion. So if that's of interest to you and you're looking for some answers on how to get some transformation out of addiction without having to lock yourself away in rehab for ages, maybe you might want to check out the book. Search for it in the description below. Back to the video. Peace. Yeah, no, it's amazing. And I always love hearing people's like journeys and stories as well, because it's kind of interesting to me how all the different things that you've kind of done in your life, good and bad, lead to like this moment in terms of, yeah, like when and for everyone, I encourage you to go check out, you know, the website if you haven't seen it already, join the groups and all that stuff. Like, yeah, you've had the background in marketing, you know, you've now done the degree in psych stuff. Yeah. And like I go and look at the thing, it's a great name for it. The branding looks cool. You know, you obviously understand different things about, yeah, like addiction from a personal and professional standpoint. Yeah. So it's just really cool to kind of
meld it all together.
Meld it all together. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. I do love it. Yeah.
So what do you guys actually do at the moment? Like I see you got like a few things going on too. Like I said to you before we started recording, it's almost, it's like a movement, but it has, that support services like built into it as well, which is cool.
Yeah. So we do the online peer support. We do face-to-face meetups in Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane. We're wanting to expand this year. We constantly get requests for new groups. I'm developing another online platform at the moment where people will be able to have confidentiality, because I want to shift more off Facebook.
Yeah.
So I'm working on that, trying to get funding for the charity or a corporate partnership or something.
Yeah.
So that we can actually stay afloat would be good.
So anybody listening that's cashed out,
yeah, give us some money, please. I mean, we've got 10,000 members.
Amazing.
The meetup groups and the Facebook group.
Yeah.
And then, you know, obviously our social channels as well on top of that. So there's a lot of people out there that want this sort of thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'm just sort of trying, and I'm going to be training to become a sober coach as well. I'm starting that. Is it this month? No, June. So that's another thing. And yeah, I'm just sort of seeing where it goes, really. I mean, I can't predict where it's going to go. I'm just sort of trying to have faith in the universe and let it all unfold.
Yeah, no, it's super cool. And hey, I'd like to say thanks for doing it, because you're right. Like that's the reality to all these things. You know, I always sort of giggle to myself when people say we need this, we need that, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, to actually kind of put it together from just a commercial standpoint and sort of make it work, make it something that's cool that people need, but then also make it viable. It's really tough. And you know, that social, particularly that kind of group social element where you're like out doing activities to make it feasible and all that stuff. It's hard, but I just think it's great that you're doing it, because I haven't seen too much of that. You know, like I've seen like the online communities and stuff.
It's so hard to make it work. That's
why.
Right. That's why people don't do it.
That's right.
Because they're sensible. So we're all solely volunteer. we're all solely volunteer led.
Yeah.
So everyone's a volunteer. All the hosts are volunteers. I think pretty much all the hosts. So these are people that host the face-to-face meetups have lived experience.
Yeah.
And you know, generally they're people that do want to give back, as people do in these sorts of communities. But I think a really important part of what we do, as well as obviously the social connection and the community, is people seeing that there's other people like them.
That's right. That are normal and not freaks.
That are normal.
Yeah.
Because I think, you know, A, they think they're the only ones going through this, and B, they think other people who are going through it are, you know, people that are sort of the perceptions of.
That's right. What you see in the movies, stuff like that.
Yeah, all of that. And even if, you know, even just people who aren't at sort of, you know, the rock bottomy type stage, really problematic drinkers. Because the other thing is, we don't ask why people come. We just say, anyone can come as long as you're not no drinking at the event. So what that means actually is we get people who are just don't like drinking.
Yeah.
So it reduces, you're not by coming along identifying as someone who's got a problem with alcohol necessarily.
I love that. That's amazing. That's awesome. And I think that's what needs to change, because personally, that's what I've found as well. Like, I find that other people are more uncomfortable with me not drinking than I'm uncomfortable about it. You know, like if I go out and the part about it that I hate so much, even though it is kind of the founding reason of me not drinking, if I go out and meet new people with like my wife's friends or something, and I'm like, and they're like, oh, like, do you want to drink? And you say no, they just assume that you're like, yeah, that you had a problem with alcohol, basically. And that might not be the reason for a lot of people.
Right.
It might be just like, no, they just don't like it. And that's okay as well.
Honestly, I swear to God, I was shocked when people were coming and they just didn't like drinking.
Yeah.
Like, who are you? You know, but yeah, I've been quite surprised. And the sort of feedback that we've had is, oh, it's just such a relief to be able to go to a dinner or something and not be pressured.
Yeah.
Because I don't, you know, I'm happy just to have one. And so obviously they have none at ours and they're happy with that.
Yeah.
But it just takes the pressure away. So the irony here is people who are at either ends,
yeah,
they've that awful amount of pressure. So whether you're a non-drinker or you're someone who's a heavy drinker, you're going to get that pressure from others around you. And what that means then is that you're likely to stay home and avoid.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and you shouldn't have to.
100%.
Hope you enjoyed that video, and thanks for supporting the Real Drug Talk YouTube channel. Every video you watch, comment, subscribe to helps us to push through the YouTube algorithms and hopefully reach more people and help them out. Now listen, we're living in the most crazy times for the past 100 years, and because of that, as I mentioned throughout this video, we've created a brand new ebook that we have a special deal on called the 11 Definitive Steps to Transforming Out of Addictive Patterns Without Having to Go to Rehab. So if that sounds of interest to you, check out the links below. You can click on it and claim the super special deal that we have on it at the moment. Again, hope you and your family are doing okay, and would love for you to check out the rest of the videos on our channels and share them with anyone else that you think it might help. See you in the next video. Peace.